Okay, hello. We'll be discussing the 2016 paper today. Uh, okay, let us move on to the first question. The first question says us to find duty of 6% has to be paid when an item worth 800 rupees is imported. Find the duty. You have to find how much is the duty. Now they have told you that it is 6%. Therefore, if 6 is for 100 means how much for 800? You can cut off the zeros, so you have 48 rupees here. Okay, and the second question, they have given you a set. They have asked you to color shade the part A intersection B. A intersection means the part which is common to both A and B. Say you have two sets here. This is B and this is A. You have to color the common area. You have to shade it. The third question, they have said a bus which moves at a uniform speed travels a distance of 48 meters in 3 seconds. You have to find the speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. So the distance given is 48 meters. 48 meters divided by 3 seconds. Also, they have asked you to find the speed in meters per second. So this is in meters, this is in seconds. You don't have to convert anything here. So answer will be 48 divided by 3 is 16 meters per second. Fourth, represent in index form. The log is given here. Log of 16 to the base 2 is equal to 4. You have to cancel off the log and give the answer in index form. How do you solve this? It is simple. You just leave this value here 16, bring this 2 to the other side, making 4 as the power. 2 to the power 4. So 2 to the power 4 will give you 16. So the fifth one, you have to solve. You have to find the values of x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here for the values of x you have two answers. One is that you have to, that is like this. These two brackets, now these are multiplications. When they are multiplied, the answer you get is 0. Therefore maybe this part is 0 or maybe this part is 0. Therefore you cannot say which part is equal, maybe both. Therefore we'll make this part equal to 0 and also the other part x minus 2 is equal to 0. Maybe anything or. Therefore when you solve this, you have x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2. Sixth question, write all the positive integers that satisfy the inequality 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 5. Now you need to find the values of x. Therefore let us leave this part and move the plus 1 to the other side. It is actually not moving. You put a minus 1 to both sides. I simply call it as moving the plus 1 to the other side. So you have 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Now you have to divide both sides by 2. Finally you have x is less than or equal to 2 plus 2. Also they are asking you only the positive integers. Now x is equal to or lesser than 2 means the values x can take is, it may be equal also. Therefore it can take the values 2, 1, 0, minus 1, anything. But they are asking you only the positive integers. Therefore you have only 2 and 1. Okay. Seventh, you have to solve 1 over x plus 1 over 2x. Now when you add two fractions, always the denominator should be equal. If they are not equal, you have to make them equal. How do you make them equal? You can just simply multiply this by 2, and also when you multiply denominator by 2, you have to multiply the numerator also by 2. Therefore, you have 2 over 2x. I'll write this as the common denominator plus 1. Final answer is 3 over 2x. Okay, they are asking you to find the LCM of x, y and x squared. It's x squared. Okay. Now you have x terms in both sides. You have an x to the power 1 and you have x squared here. Here you have to select the term with the highest power. That is x squared. Also you have y only on this term. Therefore you just write that same y. Okay, and then moving on to the ninth one. It takes 6 hours to harvest a paddy field with a machine. With one machine it takes 6 hours to harvest a paddy field with one machine. They are asking you how many hours will it take to harvest this paddy field with 3 machines. With 3 machines, how many hours? Okay, now just think. If it is taking 6 hours using one machine, when the number of machines increase, what will happen to the number of hours? It is going to decrease. Therefore, what you can do is you can just divide. This is inverse proportions. Inverse proportion, that means when something increases, the other term will decrease. Therefore, you have 6 hours here. You have to divide it by 3. The answer you get is 2 hours. So you can finish the same work in 2 hours. Okay. 10th. What is the probability of getting a card with an odd number written on it when a card is drawn randomly from a box which contains 3 identical cards? Okay, you have 3 identical cards numbered from 1 to 3. So when you write the probability, in the denominator, you have to write all the items there. Altogether, how many cards are there? 3 cards. Okay, now you have to write the property you are speaking about. Here you have to write the probability of getting an odd number. How many odd numbers are there? 2. Therefore, this is the probability. Okay, 11th. You have to find the approximation of root 90. They have given you certain values. They have given as 9.3 is equal to 86.4336, and also 9.4 is given. So this is 49. 9.4 is 88.36. 9.5 is 90.25. Now you have to check which answer is closer to 90. Out of this, which is closer to 90? The one which is closer to 90 is, it is 90.25 exactly. Now if you subtract from 90, now these two probably may be the answer, but if you subtract from 90, there is a big difference. But if you subtract this from 90, you have just 0.25. Therefore this is the most correct answer. Therefore, the approximation of square root 90, approximately it is 9.5. Okay, here they have given you two triangles ABC and PQR. You have to find the values of X, Y and Z using the information given. These are the two triangles. This is ABC. You have P, Q, R. This is X, Z, Y. This side you have 60. The datas are given. This is 61 and 59. So the way of marking is, consider the two triangles. They have said they are congruent. Now if you look at these two triangles, The double line equal mark has been marked here and here. Now take the angle in front of it. If you take this triangle, the angle in front of this is x, and also if you take this triangle, the angle in front of it is 61. Therefore you can say x is equal to 61. What is the reason? Because these two triangles are congruent. Congruent triangles, they have the similar properties, all similar. After proving all the conditions, you can say that both have the same properties. Now also considering this side, the single line, what is the angle in front of it? Y. Therefore y is equal to, in front of single line, 60 degrees. So what is left? Z is equal to 59 degrees. Okay. 13th, the radius of a solid cylinder is 7 centimeter and its height is 2 centimeter. Of a solid cylinder, you have a cylinder, radius is given as 7 centimeters and the height is given as 2 centimeters. You have to find the area of its curved surface. Also they have given you the equation. The area of the curved surface is 2 pi r h. You have to substitute all the values of r and h. 2 pi, they have asked you to take 22 over 7. So substitute r is equal to, radius is equal to 7 centimeter, height is equal to 2 centimeters. There you can cut these two. 2 times 22 is 44, and it is 88. Centimeter into centimeter will give you centimeter squared. Okay, 14th. Find the value of x using the values given. Here they have given you a cyclic quadrilateral. It is drawn this way. Okay, this is the diagram here. You have A, these two are equal, they say. This is equal to X. Here B, this part is equal to F. Also this is equal to 65 degrees. Now how do you find the value of X? Okay, this is simple. Now since this is a cyclic quadrilateral, if this is equal to 65, the angle here is also equal to 65. That is the theorem we have learned. So if this is equal to 65, this is also equal to 65 because these two sides are equal. X is directly equal to 65 degrees. 15th, given that cos x, the value of cos x is given, cos x is equal to 0.8, you have to find the length of PQ. In the triangle given, this is x, PQR is here, this is 3 centimeters. You have to find PQ. How do you find? Let us say this as y. Okay, let us say that as PQ. Take cos x. Cos is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent angle? PQ over hypotenuse is equal to 3 centimeters. The value of cos x is given, that is 0.8. 0.8 is equal to PQ over 3 centimeters. Therefore finally PQ is equal to 0.8 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 2.4 centimeters. Okay, 16, they have given you a diagram, a straight line. They have said 1, 2, 3 are given. 2, 3 are given. This is x, this is y, you know it. This part is 0, here 1, 2 and 3. The line is passing through 1 to 2. Also it has the value stuck here somewhere. Okay, This is the equation. You have to find the equation. How do we express it in y equals mx plus c? Now here you have to find m and c. What is m? That is the gradient. You have to find the gradient and the intercept of this equation. Okay, let us find the gradient. What is the gradient? The difference in y over the difference of x. Okay, now let us take these 2 points of these lines. Now what is the coordinate of this point? X is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. What is the coordinate of this point? That is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Okay, now this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. Okay, now you can consider any points, take these 2 coordinates and find the difference in y. Let us take this y first. 2 minus 1. How much is it? 1. Now you consider this coordinate first. Therefore, when you are subtracting the values of x, you have to consider the same coordinate first. Therefore, you have 3 here. 3 minus 0 is equal to 3. Therefore, the gradient is 1 over 3. Now, how do you find the intercept? That is easy. Since you know the gradient, okay, intercept is okay. The intercept is the point which cuts the graph cuts the y-axis. Therefore, here you have 1. 1 is the intercept. Therefore, the final equation is y is equal to 1 over 3x. 1 over 3x plus 1. 17th, it's about statements. You have to say whether it is correct or wrong. Okay, the first statement is in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay, what is the second property? Let us read all the properties in a parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal, and the third one, the area is bisected by each diagonal. Now all these 3 statements are correct for parallelogram. Those are the properties of parallelogram. So all 3 are equal. Okay. The 18th question says, using the information given, you have to find the magnitude of CDA. Okay, let me draw the diagram. Center is somewhere here. The diagram goes through this way. Okay, this is the diagram. This is given as 80 degrees. So A, B, this is C and D. You have to find CDA, this angle. Now since this is a quadrilateral, if this is 80, the opposite angles, the sum of the opposite angles should give you 180 degrees. Therefore, CDA is equal to 100 degrees. Okay, the 19th question. Okay, it looks easy. The common one. This question is always repeated in exams. Okay, here you have C. This is A. This is the center O. They have only given you that the radius is equal to 10 centimeters. Now, yeah, radius is 10 centimeters. Radius means this is the radius. Therefore, this is 10 centimeters. This part is B. This point is B. And the information given here is 8 centimeters. You have to find length of AB. This is 8 centimeters. So you can use Pythagoras theorem. You write using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, let me draw the triangle. If this is 8 centimeter, if this is 10 centimeter, what should be this side? They have asked you to find the length of AB. No? AB is twice the value of CB. Okay, what should be this value? 8 squared, 8 centimeter, whole thing squared. This is the way of writing. Let us say x here. X squared is equal to 10 centimeter squared. Now if you solve, x will be equal to 6 centimeters. Therefore, the value of AB is 2x. That is equal to 12 centimeters. Okay, 20. they have given you a matrix. Okay, this is thoroughly from the new syllabus 2015, that is where the new syllabus starts. This is thoroughly from the new syllabus. B is this 2 0 and 0 4. They have asked you to find AB. This is multiplication of matrix. Okay, now in this matrix you have, listen carefully, you have number of rows and columns. That is the way we express number of rows first. How many rows are there? 2 into number of columns, and 2, and the same here, 2 into 2. Now the final answer, now you have to find out how many rows and columns will be there in a final answer. That is, now even for the final answer you have number of rows and number of columns. The number of rows is decided by the row of this, the first matrix, and the number of columns in the second matrix, and that is also equal to 2 into 2. Therefore you should get 4 numbers here, that is 2 rows and 2 columns. Now you have to find the answer for the first one, then row number 1 and column number 1. Now to find this, now since this is the first row, you have to take the elements in the first row. That is, you have 1 and 2, and also since this is the first column, take the numbers in the first column, 2 and 0. Now multiply the first one by this term and 2 by 0 and get the sum. 1 into 2 is equal to 2 plus 2 into 0 is equal to 0. Answer is 2. Now in order to find the value of this area, what you have to do is, now since this is the second row, you have to take the second row, elements in the second row. You have 0 and 1. Now also this is in the first column, therefore take the elements in the first column, 2 and 0. Now multiply the first by the first element, and the second one by the second element. So you will get 0 into 2 is 0, 0 plus 0 will give you 0. Okay, now to find this value, this is in the first row and the second column. So take the elements in the first row, 1 and 2, and second column. Okay, second column you have 0 and 4. Now multiply this and this and this. 1 into 0 is 0, 4 times 2 is, okay, did I make a mistake? 0 1, sorry, okay, 1 into 0, and then you have second column 0 and 4. Okay, that is equal to, okay, 1 0, 4 times 2 should be 8. And here take the first row, second row and second column. 0 and 1 is the second row, second column you have 0 and 4. Multiply 0 into 0 is 0, 1 into 4 is 4. Therefore the final answer is 2804. Okay, 21st, they have given you a diagram. This is A. They have said these two are equal. These two are equal. F. Here you have E. B. This is 70 degrees. These are the data given. This is 30 degrees. Now by just looking at the triangle, the larger triangle, you can find the value of this angle. How much is it? 70 plus 30 is 100. Altogether it should be equal to, sum should be equal to 180. Therefore it should be 80. Also, now you have to find the value of EFC. Where is EFC? EFC, you have to find this angle. Okay, how do we find out? Now you have to use the midpoint theorem. Now in this triangle, this is the midpoint of AC. Also this is connected joint at A and B, the midpoint of A and B. Therefore when the two midpoints are connected or joined, this line is parallel to the third side. So when these two lines are parallel, you can use corresponding angles to find the value of EFA. EFC. Okay, you have to find EFC, right? Okay, you have to find EFC. This is the angle you have to find out. Okay, now this is the corresponding. Okay, you can find it using allied angle. 80 plus this, the sum should be equal to 180. Therefore, this should be equal to 100. Okay, 22nd. Also, they have given you a diagram, a circle. This is the midpoint. A line passes through this, and it is connected somewhere here. This is connected to this. This is B, C. Okay, this is D and A. Also, this is equal to 25. Let me mark here. This is equal to 25. That is the data given. You have to find out. CBD. CBD. That is CBD. CBD. This angle you have to find out. Okay, in order to find that, you have to use some theorem. If you take this segment, angles subtended by the same segment, the angles are equal. If this, using this segment, if this is 25, this is also equal to 25 degrees. Also, okay, since this is the diameter, angle extended by the diameter, it should be equal to 95. Therefore, this total is equal to 95. Out of that, 25 is here. Therefore, this angle should be equal to 65. Okay, that's all. Now this is equal to 65 degrees. Okay, 23rd. Find the volume. You have to find the volume of the prism given. Prism given, you have to find the volume. How do you find the volume? Volume is equal to area of the cross section, or you can take it as the base. Cross section multiplied by the height. Now if you take the prism given, area of the cross section, that it looks like a triangle. How do you find the area of a triangle? Now they have given you in the diagram, they have given you this way. This looks 6 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Don't multiply only these two. In a triangle, you have to find, in order to find the area, you have to multiply by half also. Therefore, half into 6 centimeter into 5 centimeter multiplied by the height. What is the height given? 7 centimeters. Therefore, you can cancel this and it comes 3 here. 5 times 3, okay, 35 into 3. 35 into 3, you can multiply 15 into 7. 35, 105. That is the area. And 24th. Okay, the first 12 data of a 23 data are written in the ascending order. There are altogether 23 data. Out of that, the first 12 is given. Also, they have stated that in the ascending order. Okay, let me write the data as given. 2 4s and then 6, then 7 7 and 8 and 9 9 and 10. And you have 11, 13 and 15. Altogether there are 12 data and the total is equal to 23 data. In this you have to find the median. In order to find the median is the number which is on the middle when the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Now since this is arranged in the ascending order, you don't have to make any changes. Now what you have to do is, altogether there are 23 data. So in order to find the median, you have to take 23 plus 1 divided by 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. Therefore the median is the 12th term. Which term is 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Therefore answer is 15. So next they are asking you to find the first quartile. First quartile is you have to take 1 over 4 multiplied by the total plus 1, therefore 24. So answer is 6th term. Which is the 6th term? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So answer is 8. And then the last question, the 2015 and the 2016, the last question, both are same, just the sides differ. They have given you this triangle. This is A, B, C. They are asking you draw a sketch of construction lines required to find the point on AC. The point should be on AC such that that is equidistant from the points A and B. Now the point should be on AB, but it also should have equidistance from AB. You have to show the construction. Now the point is somewhere. Now if you just look at the diagram, you can say somewhere it is here. It should have equidistance between A and B, and also it should lie on AB. Now since they have said equidistance, what you have to do is draw the perpendicular bisector of AB. Keep the compass here, draw an arc here. And keep the compass here, draw an arc, draw an arc. Now join this. Join this. Then this is the perpendicular bisector. Now the any point you take on this line has equidistance to A and B. Now the point should lie on AC. Therefore, take this point as D.